Thank you, Anadi Mataji, Girija Mataji, and God Prabhu for the sweet kirtan. Going forward, we are going to have Dhruva Stuti, just like how Dhruva Maharaj, young child who recited the entire Stuti, we have children of Damodar Desh every day reciting the Dhruva Stuti. Today we have Bhaktin Jashvita with us who will recite the Dhruva Stuti. Meantime, I would also like to tell all the devotees who want to hear in Hindi, kindly tag Hindi along with your name so that you will be taken to the breakout room of Hindi where you can hear the lecture in Hindi. Thank you. Jashvita, are you ready, dear?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा ललिता रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ध्रुव उवाच योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। एकस्त्वमेव भगवन्निदमात्मशक्त्या मायाख्ययोरुगुणया महदाद्यशेषं सृष्ट्वानुविश्य पुरुषस्तदसद्गुणेषु नानेव दारुषु विभावसुवद्विभासि। त्वद्दत्तया वयुनयेदमचष्ट विश्वं सुप्तप्रबुद्ध इव नाथ भवत्प्रपन्नः तस्यापवर्ग्य शरणं तव पादमूलं विस्मर्यते कृतविदा कथमार्तबन्धो। नूनं विमुष्टमतयस्तव मायया ते ये त्वां भवाप्यय विमोक्षणमन्यहेतोः अर्चन्ति कल्पकतरुं कुनपोपभोग्यम् इच्छन्ति यत्स्पर्शजं निरयेऽपि नॄणाम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 ॐ नमो भगव या निर्वृतिस्तनुभृतां तव पादपद्मा ध्यानात् भवज्जनकथा श्रवणेन वा स्यात् सा ब्रह्मणि स्वमहिमन्यपि नातमाभूत् किं त्वन्तकासि लुलितात् पततां विमानात् भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयादनन्तमहताममलाशयानां येनाञ्जसोल्बणमुरुव्यसनं भवाब्धिं नेष्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः तेन स्मरन्त्यतितरां प्रियमीशमर्त्यं ये चान्वदः सुतसुहृद्गृहवित्तदाराः ये त्वब्जनाभ भवदीयपदारविन्दा सौगन्ध्यलुब्धहृदयेषु कृतप्रसङ्गाः तिर्यन्नगद्विजसरीसृपदेव दैत्या मत्यादिभिः परिचितं सदसद्विशेषं रूपं स्तविष्टमजते महदाद्यनेकं नातः परं परमवेद्मि न यत्र वादः कल्पान्त एतदखिलं जठरेण गृह्णन् सेते पुमान् स्वदृगनन्तसखस्तदङ्के यन्नाभिसिन्धुरुह काञ्चनलोकपद्मा गर्भेद्युमान् भगवते प्रणतोऽस्मि तस्मै त्वं नित्यमुक्तपरिशुद्धविबुद्ध आत्मा कूटस्थ आदिपुरुषो भगवांस्त्रयधीशः यद्बुद्ध्यविस्थितिमखण्डितया स्वदृष्ट्या द्रष्टास्ति तावधिमको व्यतिरिक्तास्ते यस्मिन् विरुद्धगतयो ह्यनिशं पतन्ति विद्यादयो विविधशक्तयानुपूर्व्यात् तद्ब्रह्म विश्वभवमेकमनन्तमाद्यम् आनन्दमात्रमविकारमहं प्रपद्ये सत्याशिषो हि भगवंस्तव पादपद्मम् आशीस्तर्थानुभजता पुरुषार्थमूर्तेः अप्येवमर्य भगवान् परिपाति दीनान् वाश्रेव वत्सकमनुग्रहकातरोऽस्मान् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे इति श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणे चतुर्थस्कन्धे नवमोऽध्याये ध्रुवकृत भगवत्स्तुति सम्पूर्णम् हरे कृष्णा
Hari Bol, Jashvita, that was amazing. Thank you for reciting the shlokas. I hope all the Prabhus and Matajis present here, along with the children, we all have been reciting the last 5 days, along with today's the 6th day we have been reciting. Thank you so much, Jashvita. Moving forward, I would like to invite my god brother and god sister, Revati Gopi Mataji and Jagan Prabhu. Ugadi Supakanshalu to everyone, and Gudi Padwa also to everyone who are celebrating today. I would like to invite Mataji and Prabhu to glorify His grace, Jagat Sakshi Prabhu here. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. First of all, big good blessings to Jashvita for reading the shlokas very well. So we are very honored and privileged to welcome Jagat Sakshi Prabhuji for the day 6 of Bhagavad SAPTAH detailing the DHRUVA Caritra. For our own purification, for my own purification, I'll say a few words about Prabhuji. He's very well known devotee, affable, friendly, accessible, affectionate, and a scholarly devotee. So many characteristics that we can see. And he's rendering many, many services in ISKCON, particularly in South India, in the states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. He is the temple president of Tirunananthapuram temple, and is also overseen and significantly contributed in the evolution of that big temple there and a congregation. And he has got many other services beyond Kerala and Tamil Nadu also. And we are also very fortunate, Prabhuji now and then comes and inspires all of us, particularly the wonderful, wonderful Malayalam congregation devotees that we have. They take a lot of inspiration from him. When I travel abroad also to Canada and US regularly, whenever I meet a Malayali devotee and when they come to know that I'm from Dubai, they ask, do you know there is Sakshi Prabhu, across the thing. And this program being online, I was very surprised to receive a very pleasant message from a very senior god brother of ours, who was ex-Damodar Das devotee. He is now in Canada, and he serves the temple there in Brampton, and city called Brampton and Mississauga. He is with his family also attending from Toronto. So it's wonderful that this online program is reaching across the continents. Prabhuji, welcome from our side. We'll are eager to keenly listen to your program, and I'm particularly more eager to listen to you more keenly, so that tomorrow's quiz can be more effective. Hare Krishna.
I want to add few words. Prabhu in his sessions include relevant examples from Mahabharata, Ramayana, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Srila Prabhupada's, Prabhupada's Leela, and analogies with stories, which makes sessions are very effective and make an impact on the listeners. Thank you, Prabhu, and we welcome you. Hare Krishna. It's our privilege.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mataji.
Gunavati Mataji, for giving us this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu and Mataji. Next, we are going to have the
Hare Krishna, Jagajiva Jagannath Prabhu. Prabhu, please invite.
Sorry, I forgot. So sorry, Prabhu. Apologies. I invite Rangamaya Radha Raman Prabhu of Trivandrum Temple. He's our ex-Damodar Das devotee. He's been given service to honor Jagat Sakshi Prabhuji with the garland. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhu. Sorry, Subhash Prabhu, forgot. So, Rangamaya Radha Raman Prabhu, are you there? So, you garland Prabhuji, and also if you can come on camera, we'll also take your darshan, if possible, if that is suitable, possible.
Hare Krishna to all.
Hare Krishna, pranams Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hi, all.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So the next 90 minutes, we are going to hear the Nectarian Bhagavatam from His Grace Jagat Sakshi Prabhu. Over to you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu and Mataji. It's nice to see you after many, I think, long time on screen. And thank you. So I still remember we went to Chardham with Prabhu, Mataji and all from Damodar Desh. Thank you, Gunavati Mataji, and thank you, that small Jesh Vita, who nicely chanted. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamutiraye. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My humble pranams to all the assembled devotees. Welcome you for the 6th day of our Bhagavata discussion. So, today and tomorrow we are discussing the beautiful portion of Srimad Bhagavatam, how Dhruva entered the spiritual planets, how he attained moksha. It's a very beautiful, very purifying episode. Srimad Bhagavatam, even if we listen inattentively, Bhagavatam says that person will be purified. Like yesterday we were discussing that Many of us would have slept in Bhagavatam class at least once, definitely. That too, sometimes when devotee speaks too much of philosophy, you can see everybody is sleeping there. But somehow we devotees have trained ourselves to smile while sleeping so that the speaker will think that they are all listening with rapt attention. But Bhagavata Mahatmya says, even if you sleep also, it is very good. This shabda, this sound vibration will penetrate the heart and purify. That doesn't mean we should sleep, but even if we sleep, there is an effect. So these portions, towards the end of Dhruva Charitra, explains beautifully how Dhruva went back to Godhead. 4th canto, 12th chapter, shloka number 1. So yesterday and day before yesterday we saw how Swayambhuva Manu came and explained through different aspects and pacified Dhruva. So Dhruva was kind of pacified. Is there a difference between physical hearing Bhagavatam and online hearing of Bhagavatam? No difference. But when we listen physically, it is more enlivening. This is online, but nothing wrong. Even when Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Krishna to Arjuna, Arjuna heard it physically, whereas Dhritarashtra heard it online. The minister Sanjaya, he was not present in the battlefield. So Sanjaya was explaining the whole Bhagavad Gita to Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra was online only. He was not physically in Kurukshetra. Right? So in those days itself, there was physical and online program. Nothing to worry. But physical program will have more juice. It is like enjoying the breeze in the ocean and enjoying the same breeze inside a room under the fan. There's a huge difference. In the room under the fan also you will get breeze. But at beach, ocean also you will get breeze. But that's the experience is very different. But still, we make the best use of the bad situation. So this is the best thing. So we go to Canto 4, Chapter 12 and Shloka number 1. Maitreya Uvacha Dhruvam Nivrittam Pratibudhya Vaishasad Apetya Manyum Bhagavandaneshwaraha Tatragatas Yaksha Kinnarai Samstuyamano Anyavat Kritanjalim. So, Yaksharaja. I think we should cover shloka number 2 also, Prabhu, together. Yeah. So, there, Yaksharaja, Kubera came there. Swayambhuva Manu advised Dhruva and left. Immediately, Kubera came. Kubera was the king of Yakshas. And we know from yesterday's session, Dhruva was fighting and, destroying the army of Yakshas. So the Yakshas were completely destroyed and Swayambhuva Manu pacified Dhruva. Yaksharaja came there. And Yaksharaja realized that Dhruva's anger has been subsided. See, when we become devotee, Devas, everybody will support us. Everyone will support when we become devotees. Sorry, 1 second. I'll put my phone in silent. Yeah. Everybody will support us. So we continue with shloka number 2. Dhanada uvacha. Dhanada means the Lord of Dhana. We know Dhana, wealth. Dhanadha means Lord of wealth, the master of wealth. Hmm? Or the, what is say, in charge of wealth. Like sometimes Matajis will have names. Vasudha, Kirtidha, Varadha. Varada means the giver of Vara, boon. Kirtida, Radharani's mother's name is Kirtida, the in charge of Aishwarya. Hmm? Vasudha, Priyam Vadha, right? So Dhanadha, Dhanadha means the in charge of wealth. Priyam Vadha means her speech, her face, her smile, her appearance, everything is so Priyam. Dhanada uvacha bho bho kshatriya dhayadha paritushto asmite anagha yatvam pita mahadeshad vairam dushyajam atyajaha. Kubera said, Dhruva, by the blessings of Manu, I am sure you have left the enmity towards Yakshas. I am very happy. Dhruva, you are Anaga. You are sinless. See, Dhruva has killed so many people. But here, Kubera is addressing Dhruva, oh sinless. So immediately Dhruva is asking, I have killed so many people, then how can you call me sinless? Pure devotees, even if they do mistakes, we are not supposed to highlight that. Very careful we should be. Like Brahma, while creation, he got attracted to Saraswati. So Brahma was running behind Saraswati. So the 7 Brahmana sons of sage, forgot his name, Marichi or somebody, I forgot his name. The 7 children, the 7 sons, 6 sons or 7 sons, they were laughing at Brahma. Look at our grandfather, the great creator, Brahma, Aja, who was taken birth from the Lord himself. Look at him. He's running behind Saraswati shamelessly. All the Brahmana sons, they started laughing and finding fault. Brahma did a mistake, but the Lord did not took it seriously. Brahma was forgiven because Brahma was a great devotee. But the 6 sons of, I think, Marut or somebody, they were punished again and again and again for so many janmas. The person who did the mistake was forgiven. The person, thank you, Manoharini Mataji, Marichi, thank you. The sons of Marichi were punished again and again and again and again. So we should be very careful when we comment on pure personalities and senior personalities. If you see that whatever the devotee had done is not as in line with scriptures, you have some doubt, you can personally go and politely ask him, Prabhuji, what I have learned from scriptures is like this. But what I see from your behavior, it's not like this. Can you please clarify this? In a humble way, we can ask questions and clarify. But we should never find fault. Even though Dhruva has killed so many people, still Yaksharaja Kubera is addressing him, Anagha, sinless, oh sinless one. So this is a very important lesson. Then shloka number 3. So Kubera also following the same pathway of Manu, saying that time is the cause. Dhruva, you are not at fault. You did not do any mistake. It is all by the time. Na bhavan avadid yakshan, na yaksha brataram tava, kala eva hi bhutanam, prabhur apyaya bhavayo. Time. Time is the cause. Like yesterday we were discussing. Time will bring things together and time will separate. Time will create pain and time will give pleasure. Nothing is permanent in this world. Everything will change. Matra sparshastu skaunteya sita ushna sukha dukkada agama apayino anityastam stitikshasva bharata. We all have challenges in life. Challenges will come in different forms and shapes. But don't worry, it will leave us. You know, when you keep on discussing about pain and disease, when you keep discussing, it multiplies and it stays with us. I was surprised to read an article. There is a manifesto, there is a rule how newspapers should be published. Nowadays, newspapers doesn't have any value. We have forgotten. But before Corona and even in 80s and 90s, newspapers in India especially was a great thing. Educated person means he will get a newspaper at his home and every day morning he will read, then only he will start his job and things like that. There is a rule when newspapers started publication. In the front page, there should be positive news, good news. And the negative, painful news should be published in the third or fifth page in a small column. They had a rule when newspapers were published. So the front page should have only good news, positive news. Because negative news, Bhagavatam says, don't discuss much. You give very less room for negative news. But nowadays, you see, open the page, first page itself, somebody killed someone, bombing, accident, death, all negative news. So, time. It's very dangerous when we start discussing negative things again and again. Those negative things will stay with us. I remember this beautiful incident when I joined ISKCON. One day, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj came to our small temple. This is something happened in 1996 or something. We had a very tiny center. Then, those days, Guru Maharaj was very healthy and he used to come. And he has a whole program. Railway station, he goes by train. In those days, traveling train, everything. And when he goes with a big dabba of sweets. Dabba. And, he goes to the platform, starts giving to all those people who are around. The moment when Swamiji is distributing sweets and people will flock like honeybees. And mostly he will get inside the train only after the siren blows or after the announcement. So I still remember one brahmachari standing next to me. Guru Maharaj has just taken bath and came out of his washroom and applying tilak and wearing dhoti, everything. So one brahmachari, I still remember, he said, Guru Maharaj, it's very late. You are going to miss the train. He said that, and Guru Maharaj, what he did, he had this wet towel, the towel which he used in the washroom. It's wet, very wet. He whipped it like that, he did it like that. So, that wet devil came and hit that brahmachari like that. It was really painful. And he said, Guru Maharaj said, you are a Brahmana. Don't speak negative. If you say that you will miss the train, then I will miss the train. Then what to say, Guru Maharaj? It's getting late. You should say, we are getting late. We should leave early so that we can catch the train. Change the sentence. Don't say we will miss the train. You should say we should leave early so that we can catch the train. So a Brahmana who is chanting Gayatri, chanting 16 rounds a day, wakes up early in the morning and worships Krishna, should never speak unpleasant things. If he speaks unpleasant things, it may happen. So they should not speak unpleasant things. Even negative things should be explained in a positive way, like Guru Maharaj said. So here Yaksharaja Kubera is again explaining to Dhruva, it is all, Dhruva, don't worry, you did not kill anybody. It's all by the influence of time. It is by the influence of the concept I and me and mine. Next to Shloka, Prabhu. Shloka number 4. Because of the concept of I, me and mine. Aham tvam iti aparthadir ajanat purushasya hi swapni vabhati atadhyanat yaya bandhu viparyayo. Aham tvam. It is all because of the concept of I and you. My house, my property, my village, my kingdom, my family, my money, because of the feeling I. That is why we human beings feel pain and pleasure. The moment you come out of that concept, I and mine. See, Mahabharata, that very famous thing is there. Krishna came as a messenger one day to Hastinapur. Because Shakuni gave this idea to Duryodhana, Arey, no point in catching these kings and all. If you have that person who has got that peacock feather on his forehead, on your side, you will be victorious. The idea was given by Shakuni. And you know that person, you praise him, he will fall for you. He's a simple cowherd boy. He doesn't know the diplomacy of the politics. You simply praise him, he will fall for you. So arrange a marvelous reception for him, Krishna, and simply praise him. He will be with you, which is true. We are also glorifying Krishna. Kasturittila kamlalata falake vakshastale kaustubam nasagre vanamautikam karatale venu kare kankanam sarvange harichandanam sulalitam kantecha muktavali gopastri pariveshtito vijayate gopalachudamani. We also praising Krishna, but we do out of devotion, not trying to, butterfly Krishna or something like that. So Shakuni gave a wonderful idea to Duryodhana, do all these things and Krishna will be on your side. So Duryodhana arranged a fantastic reception for Krishna. Krishna got down from the chariot, and the whole city was decorated with mango leaves, neem leaves, and chandan sprinkled everywhere, flowers and festoons. Then Krishna asked, where am I going to stay? So Duryodhana said, you can stay in my palace. All these facilities are there. Dushasan said, you can stay in my palace. Everybody was saying, my palace, my palace, my palace. And suddenly Krishna saw a humble house, residence. Krishna asked, whose house is this? Vidura came running and said, my dear Krishna, it is yours. Everyone else said, this is my house, this is my palace, it has got 300 room, bath attached, jacuzzi and this and that and all. They said everything. But Vidura came running and saying, my lord, this is your house. The moment Vidura said, "This is your house," Krishna Singh straight walked into that house. You know, the difference between I, me, and mine. We always have that feeling it's mine, everything in mine, it's in my under my control, this, that, right? So here Yaksharaja, Kubera is telling Dhruva, this is all because of that concept. You are never at fault. You are never at fault. Shloka number 5. Tadgacha Dhruva Bhadraante Bhagavantam Adokshajam Sarvabhutatma Bhavena Sarvabhutatma Vigraham. This is very important. See the last line. Sarvabhutatma Vigraham. Here Yaksharaja is very clearly using the word worship a deity, Dhruva. Dhruva. See, so Dhruva is moving from Ashtanga Yoga to Bhakti Yoga. Very clearly, Yaksharaja Kubera is telling you should start worshipping a deity worship. Vigraha. Very important. If you read Bhagavatam, so many wonderful personalities like Shukadev Goswami, Kumaras, they were all Brahmavadis. But then slowly, they took up bhakti. So here, Dhruva practices Ashtanga Yoga Prakriya, Ashtanga Yoga method. But Yaksharaja clearly says, now you should start worshipping deity. Come completely into Bhakti Marga. Then Dhruva accepts. Because in Kali Yuga, there is no difference between deity and the Supreme Lord. Pratima nahitu sakshat vrajendra nandana. Krishna, you are not a pratima, not an idol, not a statue, not a murti. Pratima nahitu sakshat vrajendra nandana. I am sure you must have all gone to Vrindavan. Everybody would have gone to Vrindavan. And definitely you must have all visited the holy place called Loi Bazar. There is no devotee who had not visited that holy dham called Loi Bazar. Whether we go to Radha Damodar temple or not, but definitely devotees will go to Loi Bazar. In the beginning of Loi Bazar, there is a tiny temple, just a tiny room. There is a board called Pisimaka Gornitai. The Gornitai worshipped by some devotee. Murari Gupta. If you go to Vrindavan next time, in the beginning of Loi Bazar, you can ask for Murari Gupta's Gornitai or Pisimaka Gornitai. It's a tiny room, small temple. This deity was originally in Navadvip, worshipped by Murari Gupta, associate of Lord Krishna. He was worshipping this Gornitai. This deity was in Navadvip. At that time, after that, one young Brajvasi went to Navadvip. She is so good in preparing halwa. Very good halwas she makes. So in Gornitai temple, am I audible? Somebody's message that I'm not, sound is low. Am I
Yes,
audible?
Yes, Prabhu,
Yes,
you are.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay. So this Mataji went to Navadvip and they said, you are so good cook. You make nice sweets. And we offer only halwa to our Gornitai. Can you make some nice halwa? So this Gornitai, breakfast, halwa. Lunch, halwa. Dinner, halwa. He eats only halwa. So this Mataji made wonderful halwa. She stayed there for 1 week, 2 weeks, and every day cooked halwa for Gornitai. And when she left back to Vrindavan, she said, I'm going back. I have a family, I have children, I have relatives, everything. Gornitai literally caught her sari and said, please don't go. Then she told Gornitai, how can I not go? Because I have got my family. You have left all your family and sitting here, but I can't leave my family. So that Gaurnitai jumped inside the bag of this Mataji and went to Vrindavan. That's how the deity came to Vrindavan. And till her old age, she was nicely taking care of the deity, making halwa, giving bath, abhisheka, dress, shringar, nicely taking care of the deity. Then when she gradually became old, she said, I can't take care of you anymore. I'm very old. I can't walk. I can't sit. I can't cook halwa for you. So she handed over the deity to another devotee. And that devotee was taking care of Gaurnitai. And one day Pisima, this old Mataji, came to take darshan. The Gaurnitai was sneezing and coughing. Mataji asked, what happened to you? Why are you sneezing and coughing? Got cold? Caught cold? Then Gaurnitai said, you have handed me over to some devotee and he is not taking care of me properly. And Mataji became very angry with the devotee. Why are you not taking care properly? And he said, your deity is so tiny. How will I do everything? No. Then the Mataji said, you are very tiny. What to do? Gaurnitai said, make me big. Mataji asked, how to make you big? Gaurnitai gave an idea. Till yesterday, you were giving me 1 kilo halwa. From tomorrow, you give me 2 kilo halwa. I'll become big. Miracle. The next day, they offered additional halwa, closed the curtain. Bhoga was going on. After that, they came and opened the temple. The Gaurnitai became big. The deity grew big. What a miracle. Leela. So if you go to Loi Bazaar next time, please go and take darshan of this deity. Nice. Right in the front. Pratima nahitu sakshat Rajendra Nandana. Not deity, not stone, not pattar, not shila. You are Krishna himself. So here, Yaksharaja Kubera is advising Dhruva, please start worshipping deity. And with folded hands, with vinamrata, Dhruva is listening to all the instruction of Kubera. This is the beauty. Because in the Purport Prabhupada writes, by all means, Dhruva is more qualified than Kubera. Kubera is not a pure devotee. In the sense, Kubera doesn't fall in that category. By all means, Dhruva is very much qualified than Kubera. But here, very attentively, with so much of humility, with joined palms, Dhruva is listening to Kubera and taking up all the instruction. Humble devotees, always, very, very polite. They very, like Ramanujacharya once said, a pure devotee is like a salt, In the preparations, when we normally add salt. If you add salt more, people will say it has become salty. The dal had become salty. If you put little less salt, they will say salt is less. But if you put perfect salt, they will say dal is good. They won't say salt is perfect. The credit will go to dal. If it is less, the blame will come to the salt. If it is more, again the blame will come to the salt. If it is perfect, the credit will go to the dal, not to the salt. A pure devotee is like that. He doesn't want his name, things to be published. He just like a salt. He goes, does his role, and very humbly moves away from the place. So in every means, Dhruva is senior to Kubera. But Dhruva took a very humble position and listened to Kubera, standing all the time with the joined palms. I remember this thing in Ujjain. There is Mahakaleshwar temple, very famous Mahakaleshwar temple. One among the 12 Jyotirlingas. That is the only place Nandi is standing. In all other Shiva temples, Nandi, the bull will be sitting. But in Mahakaleshwar temple, the bull is standing. Because Ujjain Mahakaleshwar temple, that is where Krishna studied his Gurukul for 64 days. Krishna, Sudama, and Balaram, all the three students. So Krishna and Balaram are standing, Kujela, Sudama standing and studying. The Guru Sandipani Maharishi is sitting and teaching. That is how in those days, teachers will sit, students will stand and listen. But nowadays in the school, students will sit, teacher will stand and teach. Appasampradaya, completely wrong. And I have heard in some schools, purposely they don't give chairs to the teachers, it seems. In India, all these things happen. So Krishna, Sudama, and Balaram standing very humbly and learning. And Sandipani Maharishi, Guru, is sitting and teaching. So before starting the education, Sandipani Muni prayed to his Ishta Devata, Lord Shiva, to take permission and blessings so that he can teach Krishna. See the complication. Krishna is standing and listening. Guru Sandipani Muni is sitting and listening, sitting and teaching. Before teaching, Sandipani Maharishi prayed to Lord Shiva, seeking blessings so that he can teach Krishna. And Lord Shiva and Nandi appeared there. So Lord Shiva saw Sandipani Maharishi is sitting and Krishna is standing and listening. So Shiva got confused whether I should sit or stand. My student is sitting and teaching, but my master is standing and learning, whether I should sit or stand. When Lord Shiva is thinking like that, this lazy Nandi sat down. Lord Shiva said, get up, stand, don't sit. So this is one among the 12 Jyotirlinga temple where Nandi is standing and listening. So Dhruva very humbly stood and listened to the whole instruction of Yaksharaja Kubera. Shloka number 6. Next shloka. Bhajasva bhajani angrim abhavaya bhavachiddam yuktam virahitam shaktya gunamayyatma mayayam. And here Kubera is further explaining. The previous shloka we saw you should worship the lotus, the deity. But in this shloka he is explaining bhajani angrim. You worship the lotus feet of the Lord very specifically. Because we know Dhruva was practicing Ashtanga Yoga process. So now Kubera told him, you start worshipping deity. And in this shloka, more specifically, he says, you start worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord. Do devotional service and anusmarana. Think of that Lord 24 hours. See, very easily we can find out what is our consciousness. Some thought will be going all the time on the backside of our mind. Some people will be completely thinking about wealth. Some people will be completely thinking about health. Some people will be always thinking about their children, grandchildren. That is our consciousness. I am from Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Here we have a system. Grandchildren are named after grandfather. I don't know. Many parts of India, they have that system. Grandfather's name is given to the grandchildren, And even in Europe, they had the system. Henry 1, Henry 2, Henry 3, Henry 4, it goes on, numbers. The whole generation will get number. Why grandfather's name is given to grandchildren? It seems Garuda Purana says, grandparents will be thinking about grandchildren all the time in their old age. That thought process is more intense than a mother thinking about a son. Naturally, mother will be thinking about the son. But grandparents meditating on the grandchildren is more intense than a mother thinking about a son. So mostly grandparents will leave their body meditating on grandchildren. Grandparents will be mostly meditating on the grandchildren and they leave the body. So just to make them understand, they had a system like grandchildren are named after grandfather, which just says they again and again take birth in the same family. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi jadari janani shayanam, iti samsara vimochana margam. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudamate. So here, Yaksharaja is saying, you particularly worship the lotus feet of the deity, Bhagavan, and think of him constantly. In Shankara Sampradaya, Shankaracharya had one disciple. He was a Narsimha Upasaka, worshipper of Lord Narsimha. Even though he worships Lord Narsimha, his understanding is God is Brahman. The supreme God is Brahman. But he will take different forms and different avatar and appear in this world. This is his understanding, which is not a complete, perfect understanding. But he meditates on Narsimhadev. He worships Narsimhadev. So in a jungle, he was a brilliant looking, he was a so bright, brilliant, handsome brahmachari. One day in the jungle, he sat down and completely meditating on Narsimhadev. So at that time, a hunter passed by. And the hunter saw, wow, look at this sadhu. So handsome, so beautiful he is. So brilliant eyes and looking face, his shining face. Wow, what is he doing? You know? So immediately this hunter went to this brahmachari and said, oh, sage, what are you doing here? I have never seen you in this place. This jungle is like my home. I know every nook and corner of this jungle, but I have not seen you. Are you new to this jungle? What are you doing sitting under a tree and what are you doing? Somehow this brahmachari did not like the interference of the hunter because he, the closed eyes, he was meditating on Narsimhadev. And suddenly this hunter came and started disturbing, talking. Because the hunter got attracted to the presence of that sadhu. So brahmachari said, no, nothing, hunter, you keep going, you go ahead. There is nothing, I'm just sitting here. No. Why are you sitting here? It's a very dangerous place. Some wild animals will come. This hunter is not leaving this brahmachari. What are you doing? Then brahmachari thought, oh my God, how to, send this guy off? Then he said, see, I have a pet animal. I lost that pet animal. I came to this jungle for searching that pet animal. This brahmachari said this so that he can avoid the hunter. The moment brahmachari told this, hunter became even more inquisitive. Really? I will help you. I will get you that animal. I am wondering, you lost your pet animal and you're sitting here. You should run around and search in the jungle. This is how people search animals. He started educating the brahmachari. Then he said, okay, tell me, what is that animal? You sit here, I'll go and get it. The brahmachari thought, oh my God, how to get rid of this guy. Then brahmachari said, okay. This is a very strange animal you may not have seen. What is that? It has got lion's head and a human form. And the lion's head is nothing but the flames of fire. The head of the lion. Normally, lions will have mane. Beautiful lion is very handsome, actually. When it shakes his head, the mane, the hairs will move like that. But this particular lion is not like that. It doesn't have hair. It is all the flames of fire. But human body is in human form. But got claws. He started giving the whole description about Narsimhadev. The hunter, wow, I've never seen an animal like that. Okay, don't worry. You be here, don't go anywhere. I'll go search the whole jungle. I promise you, I'll come back with that animal. And the hunter went. He was searching for that animal, and the full time in his mind, he is meditating on Nrsimhadev. Where are you? Where are you? I have never seen such kind of an animal. He was going, and almost the sun has set. The hunter felt very bad. I have given a promise to that sadhu that I'll get this animal. How can I go back from my word? He felt so bad. He sat underneath a tree and started crying. Then suddenly he heard a roaring sound from the tree, above the tree. A lion's, roaring. Then the hunter saw this animal is sitting there. This lion is sitting there with the lion's head and human body and roaring. 1 second, the hunter got scared, but still he gathered his courage. Yes, Nrsimhadev ki jai. He gathered his courage. And, oh, you are sitting there up in the tree. I promise that brahmachari, I will catch you. Then he took his rope and he tied that lion, and pulling that lion to the brahmachari. Then said, brahmachari, oh, sadhu, see, I've got your animal. But amazing animal, huh? I've never seen this kind of an animal. Look at the eyes, look at the hair, look at the nails, look at the form. He's like describing Nrsimhadev. The brahmachari was shocked. He opened the eyes and saw. He couldn't see Nrsimhadev. He could see only the rope there. But the hunter could see Nrsimhadev. But the brahmachari could not see Nrsimhadev. Then he bowed down and said, my lord, what is this? I am meditating for years and years together. You have not given me darshan. And this hunter doesn't have any qualification. And you gave him the darshan. Then the Lord roared and said, his bhakti is perfect. You are in an illusion thinking that you are a spiritualist. But the hunter's bhakti was perfect. Right? Because he was Shankaracharya's disciple and he was thinking the God doesn't have form. God is formless. Right? And avatars take form. So that day the brahmachari had a very wonderful lesson. He realized what is bhakti. Now, next shloka 14 to 16. I think we covered shloka. No. Yeah. Shloka number 7. Thank you. 7. Vrinihi kamam nripayan manogatam mattastvam autana pade vishankitaha varam varaho ambujanabha padayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma. It's a beautiful line. Varam varaho ambujanabha padayor. Kuber told Dhruva, Dhruva, you are more qualified than all the people in this universe. You can ask for any benediction you want. You are qualified. I am willing to give that boon, that benediction. Please ask me what you want. Varam varaho ambujanabha varam. You can ask any amount of boons from me. I'm ready to give you that boon. Vrinihi, please ask without hesitation. Avishankitaha. Shankita means thought. Avishankita means without any hesitation you ask me what boon you want. I am ready to give. See, this is very interesting. Kubera is the Lord of riches. He can give any amount of rich wealth. That Kubera is asking Dhruva, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm ready to give you. You are more qualified. So when we become devotee, Prabhupada is writing in the purport, actually for a devotee, there is no need to worship devatas. No need to worship them. If you worship and please Krishna, automatically they will all bless you. In Bhagavatam, the best thing, Leela, is Kuche Sudama Leela. Sudama was a school friend, Gurukula friend of Krishna. They went to jungle. And in the jungle, one day Sudama did not give poha to Krishna. Guru Mata said, we need some wild berries, fruits, wood, all that dravya, resources, Aishwarya. You two boys go to jungle and collect everything. Krishna and Sudama collect flowers, fruits, this, that. And the Guru Mata, Guru Patni gave 2 packets of poha, flat rice. Krishna gave both the packets to Sudama, said, you carry. So Sudama was carrying the packet. And in the jungle, there was a rain and there was thunder. They were feeling cold, hungry. Sudama ate off both the packets. He ate his packet also, he ate Krishna's packet also. Then Krishna asked Sudama, hey Sudama, I am hungry. Can you give me my packet? Then Sudama realized, oh my God, I have eaten both the packets. What will I do? He told a lie to Krishna. Krishna, I lost both the packets. Even I am hungry. He spoke a lie. Krishna said, Tatastu. From that day, Sudama was hungry. Because Sudama did not give what he was supposed to give, the Devatas are testing Sudama. You must have all seen the horoscope chart. You must have all seen. In the horoscope chart, there are 12 columns. In the 12 columns, all the 9 planets are going around. Surya, Chandra, Buddha, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, You must have all seen that chart. There are 12 columns and 9 planets are going around. There is one planet missing. Can you answer what is that planet which is missing in the astrological chart? There will be 12 houses and 9 planets. 9 planets will be going around. I'm sure every one of you have seen an astrological chart. But there's one planet missing. Thank you, Raja Prabhu. It is Earth. Earth is not there in the astrological chart. Surya is there, Chandra is there, Venus is there, Uranus is there, Jupiter is there, Saturn is there, Rahu Ketu is there. Earth is not there. Where is Earth? The middle empty column, that is Earth. That's where you are standing. And the planets keep going around you. Because Sudama, what he is supposed to give to Krishna, he did not give. All the 9 planets started testing Sudama. Poverty, health, they will test you. Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribir Yethamana Matapuman Naivar Hati Apidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. How will karma test you? Through health, wealth, knowledge, and fourth thing is health, wealth, knowledge, and family. Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shri. They will test you with the 4 things. This is famous from Kunti's prayer. So they will test you with this. Then later on, after many years, when Sudama went back to Dwaraka and gave that chipped rice, which he was supposed to give some 100 years back, the moment he gave, all the planets started blessing him and he got money, he got everything, he got, So Prabhupada very clearly writes in this purport, there is no need for a devotee to worship the Devi Devatas separately. You please Krishna, Yasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushta. Every Devata is pleased and they will bless you also. But if you don't please Krishna, They will all test us through Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shri. So here in the purport, Kubera is ready, willing to bless Dhruva by all means and ways. Dhruva never went and asked Kubera, please give me this, give me that. But Kubera was ready. He's the richest person. Shloka number 8. Next shloka. But Dhruva, he knows Kubera is the richest man, the lord of all riches. But still, Dhruva did not ask wealth. What did he ask? Maitreya Vacha Saraja Rajena Varaya Chodito Dhruvo Mahabhagavato Bhagavato Mahamatihi Harau Savavre Achalitam Smritim Yaya Tarati Ayatnena Duratyayam Tamaha Rajarajena. The king of all wealth, Kubera, Varaya is ready to give any boon. Chodito, he is asking. But the Mahabhagavata Dhruva, Dhruvo Mahabhagavato Mahamati, greatest intelligence, Mahamati, Mati means intelligence, greatest intelligent he is, Dhruva. What he is asking? Achalitam Smriti. I want unflinching devotion and remembrance, nothing else. What beautiful. Really, if somebody comes in front of me and say, if you stop chanting Hare Krishna, I will make your son the Prime Minister of India. If God is giving such an offer to you, please be honest. What would be your answer? You can type in the chat box. Jashvita. Suddenly Krishna comes and tells you, my dear Jashvita, if you stop chanting Hare Krishna, I will make you the Prime Minister of India or big sports star. What you will answer? All the devotees are answering no, 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 no. Because they all know this is just a question answer, it is not reality. Right? The Lord of Wealth, Kubera himself is ready to with question. And Dhruva said, no, my Lord, I don't want. Achalitam, unflinching bhakti and remember smriti. I don't want anything else. Just want that and nothing else. What a staunch bhakti. Recently, I'm sure many of you would have gone to Navadvip Mandal Parikrama in Mayapur, that 9 days, 8 days going around all the islands. In Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, you will come across a king's place called Samudra Sena. Have you heard this name, Samudra Sena? He was ruling Bengal at the time of Yudhishthira. The king's name was Samudra Sena. A great devotee of the Supreme Lord, Krishna's wonderful devotee. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj was conducting Rajasuya Yajna, the big sacrifice where Krishna is going to be the chief guest. Yudhishthira Maharaj has organized for a big yajna. So he sent his brothers in different direction to collect wealth. Arjuna collected the maximum amount of wealth. That's why he got the name Dhananjaya. But Bhima went in eastern direction to collect wealth. And how do they collect wealth? They send a horse. So any king who accepts the horse will get protected by the emperor Yudhishthira. But they have to pay tax to Yudhishthira. So Rajasuya Yajna is a declaration, conversion of a king from kingship to emperorship. That is Rajasuya Yajna. Before conducting Rajasuya Yajna, Yudhishthira Maharaja was a king. After conducting Rajasuya Yajna, Yudhishthira will become an emperor. There is difference between a king and an emperor. Emperor will have so many kings underneath him. So what they do, they send a horse. So when kings allow the horse to pass by, that means they are ready to accept the emperorship of Yudhishthira. If they are against, they will tie the horse. Then they have to fight a battle with Yudhishthira and win the battle. This is the rule. So the horse came to Samudrasena's kingdom. Samudrasena is a wonderful devotee. And he loves Yudhishthira to become emperor. You know. But that day, Samudrasena caught the horse and tied it to the pole. Then the news reached Pandavas. Samudrasena caught the horse and tied. Arey, he was such a wonderful friend of ours. He was a wonderful devotee of the Lord Krishna. He's a great well-wisher. And why did he tie the horse? Everybody was confused. Then Bhimasena went there. Bhima went there. Bhima said, Samudrasena, what happened to you? You are our good friend. We are your well-wisher. You are a devotee. Why did you tie the horse? Samudrasena said, no talking. Are you scared? If you want to fight with me, win me and take your horse back. Bhima said, are you mad? How will I kill my fight with my friend? What happened to you? Samudrasena said, no talking. Only, scared people. Darpok doesn't have the courage. Cowards will talk in a battlefield. Come on, fight with me. Then Bhimasena said, okay, fight. Then Bhimasena and Samudrasena fought. Samudrasena fought with all his strength and power. And Bhima was wondering, what is this? This king has become suddenly so powerful. I am losing all the weapons. I doubt. Even if I delay for a moment, he may defeat me. That will be a big shame for me and my elder brother Yudhishthira. So Bhima was very intensely praying to Krishna. Krishna, Bhagavan, please protect me, protect me. And Krishna appeared in the battlefield. The moment Krishna appeared in the battlefield, Samudrasena said, Bhima, sorry, okay, no more fight. You are the emperor. I'm releasing the horse all over. Bhima was wondering what happened to this king. Is he mad? Then the ministers asked Samudrasena, why are you behaving like this? Samudrasena said, I have never seen Krishna in my life. But I know Pandavas are very close with Krishna. Krishna lives with them. Krishna walks with them in the jungle. Krishna takes bath in Yamuna with them. Pandavas are very close. If Pandavas are in trouble, definitely Krishna will come to help. So that's why I played this drama and put Bhima in trouble. Krishna appeared. I had darshan. That is all. I am not bothered who becomes the emperor, who becomes the king. I am just bothered in taking darshan of Krishna. I saw Krishna. That's all. I gave back the horse. That is all devotees are worried about. They don't want anything else because they know everything is possible by Krishna's blessings. Achalita. Unflinching bhakti, unflinching devotion and memory. Then Dhruva started worshipping the Supreme Lord with great bhakti. Dhruva started doing deity worship, puja, worship, everything. Shloka number 11, Prabhu, 11. Shloka number 11. Sarvatmani achyuta sarve tivraugam bhakti mudvahan dadarshatmani bhuteshu tam eva vastitam vibhum. Lord is situated in devotee's heart. Devotees are situated in Lord's heart. So the shloka says, Dhruva is a Uttama Bhakta. A similar shloka is there in Bhagavad Gita. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. Lord is everywhere. And everything is in Lord's heart. And that Lord is in devotee's heart. Supreme Lord is in Dhruva's heart. And Dhruva is in the Supreme Lord's heart. So, the shloka Shukadeva Goswami writes, Maitreya says, this Dhruva has become Uttama Bhakta. He is staying in Lord's heart and Lord is staying in his heart. Because a pure devotee will see the Supreme Lord everywhere. That is why in the Purport Prabhupada is writing, Uttamat Bhaktas cannot preach. We know that three kinds of devotees, Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. Uttama Adhikari cannot preach. Or Uttama Adhikari should come to the level of Madhyama Adhikari and preach. Why Uttama Adhikari cannot preach? The moment Uttama Adhikari sees a person, he will be able to see the Paramatma in his heart. Then he will start crying, he will start chanting the names, hairs will stand on the head, he will get into emotions. He can't preach. Because he never misses Krishna. He sees Krishna everywhere and Krishna, everything in Krishna. Uttama Adhikari cannot preach. True. In Mayapur, next to that, our Radha Madhav temple, you know, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's birthplace? Very close by. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's temple near Mayapur ISKCON temple. Inside that, you will see Radhakund, Shyamakund, Giri Govardhan and all. You will see that inside that compound. One day, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was singing Jai Radha Madhava before the class. And he's talking and singing so emotionally with the tears in his eyes and chanting Jai Radha Madhava before. And all the disciples and students are sitting in front of him. And yes, Prabhuji, Chaitanya Mat. Suddenly, he threw his kartal inside in the crowd. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur took the kartal and threw it in the crowd. Then devotees were a little surprised. Why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is doing like this? Why Guru Maharaj is doing like this? Then later on, some devotees went and asked, why did you throw the kartal? Then Saraswati Thakur said, in our ashram in Vrindavan, we have a nice flower garden. Cows are spoiling the flowers, so I threw the kartal to chase the cows. The class is going on in Navadvip. Cows entered the flower garden in Vrindavan. While sitting here and giving class, he threw the kartal and chased the cows, which happened in Vrindavan. Param Bhagavatas. They are never separated from Vrindavan and Krishna even for a second. You know? Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. Pure devotees will see Krishna everywhere and everything in Krishna. So this shloka beautifully says that Dhruva had become Uttama Adhikari. Maitreya Maharaj Muni says Dhruva had become Uttama Adhikari. Shloka number 12. Shloka number, thank you Prabhu, Pashyati, 630, good shloka. Shloka number 12, next one. Tamevam Shila Sampannam Brahmanyam Dina Vatsalam Goptaram Dharma Setunam Menire Pitaram Praja. So Dhruva was doing his duty so perfectly. Shila Sampannam, satisfying everyone. Brahmanyam, satisfying Brahmanas. Dina Vatsalam, love, very merciful to the poor people. Goptaram Dharma Setunam, always maintaining the religious principles. In this way, Prajaha, Pita, he became Menire Pitaram Praja, like a father for his children. So all Dhruva's qualities are glorified here. He was taking care of Brahmanas, very loving to the poor people. He was maintaining religious principles, Dharma Setuna. Pitaram Praja, he was like a father for all the living entities. Shloka number 13. Shat Trimshad Varsha Sahasram. Shat Trimshad Varsha Sahasram. Sasasa Kshiti Mandalam Bogai Punyakshayam Kurvan Abogair Ashubakshayam. This is something very interesting, the shloka. You have to put all the attention. What is Dhruva doing? Clearing the sins and clearing the punya also. We know about clearing the sin. If you want to go back to Godhead, you should be sinless. Yes or no? We all know. We should stop sinning. We should not commit any more sins to go back to Godhead. But the shloka says Dhruva was clearing punya also, because if the punya account is remaining balanced, you will have to take birth again in this material world as a rich prince or a wealthy person or a pandit, suchinam shrimatam gehe. In a very wealthy family or as an intelligent or something, you have to again come and take birth. Yes or no? So we know only about clearing sin. How to clear our punya? Hmm? Yes, Bahurupa Prabhu, your statement is right. Earth is static, that's why in the middle we are there and all the planets goes around the chart. So when you draw the astrological chart sitting in the sun, then sun comes in the center and all the planet goes around. Yeah, your statement is right. Okay, we'll come back to the shloka. How to clear punya? If anybody knows the answer, please answer me. We know about clearing papa. We won't commit any more sin. Do atonements to clear papa. Go to temple, do go seva, give this, give that to the cows, this, that. We will clear papa. Sins. But here, Dhruva is clearing punya. Because if punya is left over, we have never thought about it. How to clear punya in your life? Because of punya, I am wealthy. I have bank balance in the bank. I have some gold in the cupboard, in this thing, bank locker. I have this all because of punya. Now I have to clear that punya. I'm not going to get into that detail. If I start explaining that in detail, tomorrow nobody will come for the session. That is little scary. Clear the punya. How to clear the punya? So this sloka is very interesting. Dhruva started clearing the papa and slowly he cleared all the punyas. In this way, Dhruva ruled for 36,000 years perfectly. Dhruva ruled the planet for 36,000 years. Very good, Prabhu. Narayana iti samarpayami. Right. Surrender everything to Narayana. Hmm? Then after 36,000 years, Dhruva handed over his kingdom to his son. He ruled so perfectly and he got completely detached. Shloka number 15. He got completely detached. He gave up his kingdom because the whole description of his kingdom. He had pleasure gardens, he had swimming pools, he has gold, diamond, ruby. He had all the wealth in the world. But Dhruva gave up everything, and this is not easy. If I ask a devotee a question, will you give off all your wealth overnight? Is it possible for us? Is it possible? Suppose I ask one devotee, can you give up all your wealth overnight? Not possible. The more we have Aishwaryas, it is more difficult to give away. Even in Mahabharata, the situation is there. One day Krishna told Arjuna, now war is over, everything is over. You throw the Gandiva into Yamuna. Arjuna was not ready. Because he was using Gandiva for so many years, he got attached to it. People were calling him Gandivadari, Gandivadari, so he was not ready to. He said, yes, Krishna, I will throw, but he did not throw. He kept it hiding. Arjuna did not give away. Then Krishna said, okay, no problem. I'm going to Prabhasa Tirtha for taking bath. Please take care of my wives. You all know the story. Then some hunters came and defeated Arjuna and took all the wives, Krishna's wives. Arjuna, who can fight with Lord Shiva, who can fight with Yama, who can defeat all the kings in the planet, got defeated by simple thieves. Then Krishna asked, Are Gandivadari, what happened to your Gandiva? Then Arjuna realized my Gandiva became powerless. The power is given by Krishna. Immediately he took the Gandiva and threw it in the Yamuna. He should have done it earlier. See, attachment, not very easy. It is very easy to discuss and all, but giving away attachment is not easy. When Krishna told Arjuna, give away Gandiva, he could not. But here Dhruva gave up everything, his kingdom, his wealth, he gave everything up. Then he went to Badrinath. Badrinath. And here it says, the shloka says, Bhagavat Rupe. He went to Badrinath, and the remaining time, Dhruva was meditating and worshipping the form of the Lord in Badrinath. I'm sure many of you would have gone for Badrinath. In Badri Mahatmya, it says, we should never pray for material things in Badrinath. Badrinath temple is only for renunciation and moksha. Pandavas went there. The Dhritarashtra went, Kunti Maharani went, Gandhari went, Vidura went, Maitreya Muni went, Narada went, Nityananda Prabhu went. So many, Badrinath, everybody had gone, all great personalities from scriptures. So Dhruva went to Badrinath and started serving the form of the Supreme Lord. In Badrinath, we should never ever ask material things. It's a place of renunciation. It's a place of renunciation. And the chamaras came from Badrinath. We have that white chamara we use for fanning the Lord in puja. That came from Badrinath. Because once upon a time, Badrinath ji was worshipped by Buddhist monks. And the Buddhist monks were eating meat. They were worshipping Badrinath. And Badrinarayan felt so bad. These people, their hands are stained with the blood of animals. How can they worship me? So when they went and opened the Badrinath temple, the deity is missing. They searched the whole mountain, valleys, hills, everywhere, but they couldn't find where Badrinath is. Narayanji went into Goshala and hid himself in between the Roma hairs of the cows. You know, that white yak, you have seen white yak in Himalayas? Some of you might have seen the black yak, not the white yak. The white yak is Chamari. That cow is called, his cow's name is Chamari. So Badrinarayanji went and hid himself into the hairs of that white yak cow, that Chamari cow. The Buddhist monk, Buddhist monks were searching for Badrinarayan deity here and there for so many days, and they left it. Then Badrinathji said, thank you, Chamari. You protect me. You protected me. Because of that, I bless you. My puja will be complete only if they fan me with your that hair. So from Chamari Pashu, cow, Chamara came. So that's why we use the Chamara in puja. Krishna blessed that cow. He's sinless. So Badrinath means zero sin, zero material desires. We have to simply ask for renunciation, moksha, bhakti, and nothing else. So Dhruva went to Badrinath. And he was continuing his puja in Badri. How? With the tears in his eyes. Shloka number 18. With the tears in his eyes. 18. Yeah. Bhaktim haro bhagavati pravahan ajasram. Tears were flowing from his eyes. Ananda bhaspakalaya muhurardhyamana. Hair standing on end. With bliss in his face. Crying and screaming the names of the Lord. Viklidyamana Hridaya Pulakachitango. Hairs were all standing, he was he forgot where he is, what he is doing. Natmanam Asaram Asmarad Asav Iti Muktalinga. Nothing but the consciousness, his mind, his thoughts all filled with the Supreme Lord. With the tears, with the happiness, his heart melted, hair stood on the body. He was in trance. This way, Dhruva was chanting the names of God. Sometimes pure devotees go to such a trance. There was one a great devotee of Pandharpur. His name was Ghora Kumbara, pot maker, mud pot maker. He got married to a wonderful lady. They didn't have children for so many years, and finally they had a baby boy. And that day is the first birthday of the baby boy. First birthday. The lady said, please take care of the baby. I will go and collect some things, for the birthday and things like that. Gora Kumbara said, okay, you go. Baby was playing inside the house. Gora Kumbara was chanting God's name and he was stamping the mud. The pot makers keep stamping the mud again, like a Mataji making roti, pushing and pressing the dough again and again. Gora Kumbara was kicking the mud again and again and again. And when he was kicking the mud and pressing the mud with his feet, with both the arms raised up in the sky with tears in his eyes, he was chanting, Vitala, Vitala, Jaya, Panduranga, Vitala, Panduranga, Vitala, Pandarinatha, Vitala, 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 Jaya, Panduranga, Vitala. He was chanting and chanting and chanting with tears in his eyes, hair standing completely absorbed in the holy name. The 1 year baby who was crawling in the house saw mother is not there. Father is chanting in the courtyard. So baby crawled and came towards the father. And the baby caught father's leg. 1 year old crawling baby. But Gora Kumbara was in trance. He didn't realize the baby, his own son, was holding the leg. He pressed and kicked and smashed his own baby in the mud. But he was in trance chanting the holy name. He kicked and stamped and killed the baby, and the blood and flesh all mixed with the dirt in the earth. Devotees trance. Anyway, the story is different. That was Krishna's test. And Krishna returned the baby back to Gorakumbara. The story ends like that. Krishna returned that baby. But then devotees go in real trance. That is what it says. Uddhava went, Bhaktim Harau Bhagavati Pravahan Achasram. The eyes were filled with tears and tears were constantly full. Ananda Bhaspa Kalaya. He was in bliss, screaming and jumping and dancing. Muhurardya Manaha. So Dhruva was going in such a devotion. And at the end of the devotion, when he was singing and dancing and he was in that glory, the peak of devotion, he saw a beautiful, brilliant airplane coming towards him. A self-effulgent Vimana, glowing in 10 different directions. He saw such a wonderful plane coming close to him. Then he saw 2 personalities with 4 hands, a Shankha, Chakra, Gata, Padma there, having all that, paraphernalia, beautiful hair, long eyes, Nanda, Sunanda, 2 Vishnu Dutas coming in that plane. All right? Shloka number 21. Vijñāyata uttamagāya kinkara abhyuttitaha sadvasa vismrta kramaha nanama namani grinan madudvishaha parshat pradhana iti samhatanjali nanama namani grinan madudvisha. That's a beautiful line. Suddenly Dhruva saw the plane, glowing plane coming close to him. And he saw Nanda and Sunanda, 2 wonderful Vaikuntavasis in the plane. Dhruva did not know what to do, how to respect them, how to worship them. He got completely confused. He got bewildered. So all of a sudden, when the Vishnu Dutas appeared and they look exactly like Vishnu, Dhruva did not know what to do. What he was doing, Nanama, Namaskar. Nanama means Nama, Namaskar, again, Namaskar. He was paying obeisances to the Vishnu Dutas again and again and again. And Namani Grinan, simply like a madman, he was chanting the holy names again and again and again. Madhudvisha of the Supreme Lord. Anjali with the folded hands. With the tears in his eyes, he was jumping and dancing and paying obeisances to the Vaikuntavasis again and again. With folded hands, he was chanting the holy names again and again and again. In this way, Dhruva saw the Vaikuntavasis. What a glorious episode. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will be explaining of Dhruva's going towards the spiritual planet and the glories of Dhruva Loka. And tomorrow we will be ending our 7 days long session also. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
I mean, in the beginning, you mentioned that there is a difference between the personal sessions and online sessions of yours. But you ensured, Prabhu, the session was engaging and exhilarating. So many small stories you covered. I mean, so much of detail and so much of learning. I would request all the devotees present here, what is that one learning or takeaway you had from today's session? You can just put that message in the chat box also. There's so much of learning, but at least one, whatever you're able to remember. Thank you so much, Jagat Sakshi.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Jagan Prabhu, are we ready for the Kahoot quiz?
Yes,
Prabhu?
yes, Mataji, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm sharing my screen.
Sure.
Let me know if my screen is available, visible.
Yes, Prabhu, it's visible.
Okay, good. Just hold on. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thanks a lot for your kind participation in the quiz so far. I just wanted to reiterate the purpose for conducting the quiz is basically to encourage our attentive listening, just like as Gunavati Mataji told that we need to improve or we are engaged, thanks to Prabhu's wonderful way of narration, and to create a space for our internal reflection as we listen and recount what he said, and then, of course, to participate in the quiz and to demonstrate our understanding through quiz responses. I just wanted to share with you that yesterday's quiz, 205 devotees participated and did this survey, and still we continue to have good number of people getting 100 out of 100 in the quiz. So we congratulate all of them and congratulate everybody actually who have come and participated, listened to the program first of all, and participated in the quiz. Everybody is a winner. This is because Srimad Bhagavatam is being told. So I kindly request devotees to send me a WhatsApp message. My number will be coming in the next few slides. And then I will make a note of your name because some of you are not putting your full name or even half name. That's okay. That's okay. And then the quick few points today. Importantly, today's quiz that we are going to launch also will have philosophy, story, analogies, and practical applications. So Dhruva's journey from heart to determination to realization, anger, forgiveness to wisdom, Manu's philosophy, which is a very important part. So heart, determination, realization, anger, forgiveness, wisdom are aspect that Prabhuji has covered, and those things will get reflected in this. In yesterday's quiz, 18 March that was rolled out, some devotees have expressed their concern that we had given only 5 seconds for them to respond, which is a genuine concern. So we are today extending a question limit to 15 seconds. So threefold thing has been increased for your benefit so that you can do the quiz service better. However, since we have given you this bonus, we are also doing some things. So we have kept some questions as bonus questions. So slightly tricky questions have been introduced today and they have double marks. So if you miss to get that questions, or if you incorrectly answer, then your marks will go down. So those questions are marked as bonus at the end. So whenever there's a mark as bonus, it will be a tricky question. So kindly don't hurry up to answer. Just think 1 or 2 seconds before you click. So that's another reflection point. And we are also introducing that there are few questions that you will see there are multiple correct answers. Okay, is Dhruva courageous, determined, that kind of a thing. So you should select all the answers, all the correct answers. Those questions also, you'll be clearly see a message in the end to select two. Two selections have to be there. So prompt will be there, but don't be in hurry. Whenever you see two selections, you have to apply both answers. Whenever you see bonus question, it means it is typically a tricky means, yeah, you need to think about it. There's two answers in that, maybe sometimes a close thing. So anything, there's nothing right or wrong. Your participation is very important, and you'll be prompted, as I told, with both the special questions. And please, winners of the today's session, please send the thing to 050-459-0901. This is my mobile number. And WhatsApp number is this is my WhatsApp number, so I'll respond so that it will be there. And now I will publish the quiz today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm putting in the chat, so I request administrators to also put that in the Hindi forum and YouTube, and I'll also put my short name here and then give my mobile number. So once again, big thanks for a very good participation from all the devotees. So it's great, and tomorrow also we'll have another quiz based on wonderful teachings of today. And I'll just consult with the administrators and organizers whether we should have a Maha quiz also. Let's see how it pans out. So one big thanks to you, Prabhuji. So we are basically forming this quiz based on the meanings and the transcriptions that we are getting every day. So I also thank the transcription sevadaris who are giving me the recorded video so that I was able to do this. If there is any improvements in this quiz seva, please let us know. We wanted to improve as we go along. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over
Thank
to you,
you.
Gunavati Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. I would request all the devotees to please stay back. There are a lot of questions coming. So Prabhu is here to clarify the questions. Please stay here so that we can also get benefited by hearing to these answers. The first question, okay, I'm missing the thread in between. One minute, Prabhu, sorry for it. Okay. Sridevi Mataji has asked the importance of chamar offered to the Lord. What is that?
Yeah. Because the Chamari Pashu, the cow, gave shelter to the Supreme Lord because the Buddhists were meat eaters and the Lord doesn't want to be worshipped by them. Because the cow gave shelter, the Lord in return blessed the cow, saying that the hairs from your body will form the fan, chamara. And when they use chamara in my puja, then only the puja will get completed. So that's a blessings towards the cow.
Thank you, Prabhu. Then the other question is, how can we clear our punyas along with our sins?
Yeah. So Dhruva did that. Clearing sin is very easy in the sense we understand what it is when we do pious activities, when we do charitable acts, all that. So now Dhruva has accumulated a terrific amount of punya. So much of goodness he has achieved. So automatically he will take birth as a rich person and an intelligent person and all this. So what he did, 100% of his resources he used in the service of Krishna. For example, he used all the wealth in glorifying, distributing prasada, glorifying Krishna, building, it's like doing spiritual programs and things like that. And all his intelligence he used in worshipping Krishna. So whatever resource he had, 100%. We also use a bit of our wealth, a bit of our health, intelligence, time, everything we use in Krishna service. But we don't use 100%. But Dhruva, what he did, all his resources, 100% used in the service of Krishna and cleared off the list. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody has any other questions you want to unmute and ask Prabhuji? Apart from the two questions what we had in the chat.
Yeah, Akinchana Prabhu raised the
Yeah.
hand.
Yes, Kitchen
Can you
Prabhu.
please ask Prabhu?
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. And Pranam. Prabhu, I had two questions, and just before that, one small realization from a point that I came across is you said that when if Krishna would give us a choice between becoming a prime minister, would we choose that or give up chanting? Generally, Prabhu, I feel that when we are not tempted and when we are content, we will always say that yes, I'll only choose chanting. But when the temptation comes, that's when is our real test of our character. Having said that, Prabhu, my question is first, you did mention that Krishna takes care if we surrender to Krishna and we don't have to do any demigod worship of anything of that sort. But then why does Srila Rupa Goswami, although he mentions in Laghu Bhagavatamrita the various forms of Krishna, he still mentions in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu about worshipping of Ganesha by devotees. Although Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is meant for Vaishnavas and not for any Karmakandi people. And my second question is, Prabhu, you did mention that attachment is very, very difficult to give up. Despite our sadhana for so many years, Prabhu, it seems that um, giving up attachment is one of the very difficult thing in from our life. Why is that, and how can we actually start giving up on our attachments? Although it's very simple to say chant and Krishna will take care of everything, but it doesn't seem to work. That formula doesn't seem to work. Clearly we're missing something here, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very good question. So the first part is worshipping demigods. So worshipping devatas is not recommended for a devotee. No need for a devotee to worship. But for devotion, sometimes devotees worship devatas. For example, gopis worshipped Kartyayani to get Krishna. In the same way, some people worship Lord Shiva to get Krishna. So Rupa Goswami recommends to worship Ganesha to get Krishna. So our focus is Krishna. For that purpose, worshipping devatas is allowed. That is why when you go to Vrindavan, you go to any Goswami Mandir, if you enter the temple and turn back and see on the arch, on the door, there will be a tiny Ganesha kept there. You know, if you enter the door and you turn back, you'll be seeing tiny in all Goswami Mandir. So when Prabhupada built the temple, our devotee architect asked Prabhupada, so we are following the Goswami's footsteps. So why can we put Ganesha like that? Prabhupada said, no, we should not put Ganesha. Then devotee asked, why? Unless devotees are very intelligent, to worship Ganesha only for devotion, it is good. But if I open the door a little bit, our devotees will go completely into Devata's worship. Then pulling them back is very difficult. So Prabhupada denied keeping Ganesha there, even though it is there in the book. So worshipping Devatas for the sake of bhakti is permitted. It is allowed. And the second question, I forgot your second question, Prabhu. What was the second question?
Prabhu, it was regarding that attachment.
Ah, attachment. Yeah. So, in our devotional practice, we all know giving away attachment is not very easy. Attachment to family, attachment to children, especially, attachment to our wealth, they're not very easy. So, our Krishna consciousness program is not 1 or 2 days program. You know, we have to pass the test towards the end of the life. So we start doing bhakti and continuing our life. When we are young, we have so many attachment. When we gradually become 40, 50, 60, like that, slowly we will get out of the small attachment. And by 60, the body also will not cooperate. you will get that disease, this thing, that thing, and somebody brings you Rasagulla. No, Baba, I don't want. We'll be forced to that. So Prabhupada gives an example in the purport like a coconut, tender coconut, regular coconut, and dry coconut. Tender coconut is always stuck to the shell. How much ever you scratch, still something is there, pulp is there in the shell. That is the beginning. Then coconut. If you put little energy, it will come. But when in the stage of dry coconut, you say, the coconut is completely detached from the shell. It is not attached to the shell. Inside the shell, but not stuck to the shell. So over period of years, by practicing this process, like a dry coconut, the soul will be in the body, but completely detached from the body. We are all in the right process, but it will take a little time.
But
Okay, Prabhu?
yeah, bro. But does that mean that if I chant, like I'm just trying to understand, I'm doing my rounds, I'm doing my four leader principles, I'm doing my Mangalarti, I'm doing my devotee association. Is this the process, or I have to also practice detachment?
This is the process, Prabhu. By practicing detachment separately, that is not possible. Like, for
Okay.
example, Ekadashi Day.
Hmm.
Ekadashi Day, I'll be meditating about masal dosha, roti, paneer, all these things. Because my mind knows I should not eat it. So the mind will
Hmm.
be constantly thinking. You don't have to do anything external, Prabhu. Be strict to the process. Maybe you can add intensity, a little more chanting. Like that, you can add. But
Hmm.
just be in the
Hmm.
process, the rest will follow.
Okay, got it, bro. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much, Prabhu. That was a great analogy. We'll take one question from the chat, and then we have a couple of more participants who want to ask a question.
Mataji, there is a request from Hindi group to
Okay,
take their questions also. So
okay,
Nandakishore Prabhu and how we can communicate from here to there. Hindi
okay.
breakout room also devotees have questions. So can Subhash Prabhu, audio video team, can you
Can
help
get a
Gunavati
question?
Mataji
That,
to get that
yeah.
question in? And I think they also should get a chance, in my opinion. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. One
Yeah,
question
Prabhu.
of the Mataji. Since you mentioned that Badrika Tirtha is associated with moksha, I have heard that some people perform their own shraddh while still living. Could you please briefly explain why someone would do this and whether it is considered acceptable?
No, generally, a living person will never do Shraddha. Shraddha is meant for dead people, means people who have left their body. A living person, if he is doing Shraddha, he is a Shankara Sampradaya sannyasi. Not in ISKCON, in Shankara Sampradaya sannyasis, they are called Ekadandi sannyasis. When they go to take sannyasa, they will completely detach, give up their connection with the parents, mother, wife, children, country, property, everything. They will do their own pindadan, means socially they are dead. Then they go and take sannyas. So that is allowed only for Shankara Marga sannyasis, and they were doing it. But at present, no one does. Nobody does Shraddha for themselves. It's wrong.
Thank you, Prabhu. Krishna Prashna Mataji, can you ask your question, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. Thank you for the wonderful Bhagavatam sessions. Prabhuji, my question is that for doing chanting, like so many obstacles come in life, like health issues, and the mind is one of the enemy when we are chanting. So, what to do so that we come out of these obstacles for chanting?
Yeah, it's a very simple question. Once somebody asked Prabhupada, and Prabhupada asked them back, what will a teacher suggest to the student if the student's handwriting is bad? What advice will the teacher give? What advice will the teacher give? Write again and again and again till you practice, till you make it perfect. The same way, if japa is not good, japa is the solution for japa. Do more japa. We have to keep doing more and more and more japa so that one day our japa will become perfect. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
One question from the chat box, Prabhu. Can you elaborate little on Krishna's Yoga Maya as Durga Devi on occasion of Gudi Padwa?
Occasion of?
Gudi Padwa, I think it's the new year of the Maharashtrian
Oh,
people.
Ugadi. Okay.
Like Ugadi, yeah.
I don't know what is the connection of Yogamaya and Ugadi. I don't know whether there's a connection. Generally, in spiritual world, Radharani, all this, then expansions, then the expansions come to Shubhadra, the younger sister of Krishna, Shubhadra. That Shubhadra, when she enters into the material world, she becomes Bhadra, Parvati. So Bhadra means also auspiciousness, but still, Shubhadra enters into the material world, becomes Bhadra. In spiritual world, Shubhadra is Yogamaya. In material world, Bhadra is Mahamaya. So Yogamaya will make the devotees' love intense towards Krishna by giving Viraha Bhava. But Mahamaya in the material world will separate jivas from Krishna. In spiritual world also, Yoga Maya separates Jiva from Krishna, but that is in Viraha. Like Sita was thinking about Rama all the time, Radharani was thinking about Krishna all the time. That is also separation. But that separation will give intense devotion. That is Shubhadra's job, Yoga Maya. In material world, Mahamaya also separates Jiva from Krishna, but they get into illusion and forgetfulness. Okay, Mataji?
Thank you, Prabhu. Rangini Mataji, can you ask your question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Obeisances from all our Semanta Dvipa devotees. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for the wonderful classes. Prabhu, my question is about as Grihastas, like we heard about for Gauranitai offering only halwa. Like as Grihastas, what is the basic standard of offering every day that should happen to the deities? As you know, in Madhya Pradesh, our altar is full of many deities, not one deity. We have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Vanitai, Gauranitai, Laddu Gopal, Narsim Bhagavan. So, and what is the minimum? Sometimes we don't eat in the evening, or we have a program to attend, or we have from morning into evening, we have programs. So, actually, what should be done? It's not something, okay, I'm going to the program. So, what exactly has to be done in that case? Like, what about our offering part?
First of all, my pranams to all the devotees of Salala.
Thank
Nice
you.
to hear. So, basically, having many deities in the altar is wrong as per temple standard. At home, it is allowed, permitted, because house you can do whatever you want, it's all allowed. But in temple rule, in Kshetra Shastra, it is wrong to have all the deities in an altar. How, whose temple you will say it? Suppose you have Krishna, you have Jagannath, you have Sita Ram Lakshman, Narsimhadev, you have Laddu Gopal, you have everybody in the altar. Suppose somebody asks, whose temple is this? What you will say? We can't say. It is Rasa Bhasa. Putting kheer, payasam on top of sambar, on top of it paneer sabji, on top of this, on top of that, Narsinghadev and Radharani and all cannot be in the same altar. It is Rasabha. So in temple, we won't do that. In temple, separate altar for Narsimhadev, separate altar for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, separate altar for Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can be together. Okay. Separate altar for Sitaram. We will have separate altars. So at home, we are not so strict. It's okay. You can have all the deities at home. It's okay. So the first rule at home is initially, please offer whatever you eat. That's a basic rule. Suppose you are eating 3 times a day, then offer 3 times. Suppose you are eating only 2 times a day, then you can offer 2 times. That is the beginning of bhakti. Then later on, we become parent to the deity and we start doing minimum 3 offerings a day. Morning, like a prince. Afternoon, like a king. Evening, milk and fruits, or even milk is okay. So morning when you offer to the deity, offer him little items but very tasty.
आपको ये आने
Afternoon you
दीजिए
can offer like a boga, big Raj boga. At home, still there is no hard and fast rules. You can be truthful to the deities and whatever you eat and you can offer and fix up sometimes, some basic offering you can do every day. You don't have to offer to all the deities in the altar separate. So that's all difficult. You can offer to one deity common, or if you're offering every day to Jagannath, then offer every day to Jagannath. Like that. Focus on one deity and do simple offering. At home, it is okay because all our deities are expansion of Prabhupada's deities in the nearby area. So every temple is an expansion of Prabhupada's. So all our congregation initiated devotees having deity at the home, those deities are expansion of the ISKCON temple deities installed by Prabhupada. And all those deities are expansion of two deities. One is Radha Madhav of Mayapur and Radha Shyam Sundar of Vrindavan. They are our final prema bhajana deities, ultimate deities. Suppose I build an ISKCON temple in Dubai. Then we installed Radha Krishna deity. That Radha Krishna deities are expansion of Radha Madhav and Radha Shyam Sundar in Mayapur and Vrindavan. Okay, Mataji? Keep it simple and do whatever is possible. There's no hard and fast rule.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. Hari
Thank
Bol.
you.
Pranam.
Yeah.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu. We'll take one last question from the Hindi team.
Hare
Nankishore Prabhu.
Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for the very nice class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is with regard with the discussion which we were having in the beginning, that when brahmanas and spiritually powerful people say something, it tends to happen. So like His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj chastised the brahmachari. But Prabhu, I have one small doubt. We see many materialists are misusing this. Like there are many, you would have heard maybe The Secret and all, like so many kind of this movements or collection of people where they say, now they may not be even spiritually powerful, but they say whatever you think it will come. You make a chit and put in your purse. Your salary is $50,000 and just keep looking at it, and one day it will happen. There are these kind of people. So when we encounter them or when we are preaching, we can say that philosophy is not correct, right? Here it is because somebody is spiritually potent, their words come true. Like I wanted to understand, Prabhu, because we see
Okay.
many times. Yeah.
Spiritual energy is completely different, Prabhu. When devotees say, Krishna makes it happen, because they're so pure and they always speak good things and Krishna loves them. It has got nothing to do with material things,
Right.
In material point of view, somebody is meditating on a point again and again so intensely, some progress will be there. Like, that's what the material people think, like always
Right.
think about money, always write a sheet and put it and speak about it, blah, 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 do keep on doing. Maybe some money
Okay.
he may get. There is some power in that, all that tiny, but it is all zero compared with bhakti.
Right.
That is completely beyond.
Right, Prabhu.
Okay, bro?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. Once again, thank you, Jagat Sakshi Prabhu, for the lovely interactive session. And more than that, answering the questions and with giving practical, applicable tips. Thank you so much, Prabhu. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
See you tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. These are the prayers from various devotees. They would like to offer prayers to their loved ones, the people who have passed in their family. Prasad sponsors Nankishore Prabhu praying for his mother, and Diya Mataji also praying for grandmother. Gopal Raval Mataji praying for her mother-in-law. Rajesh Tiwari Prabhu and Sita Tiwari Mataji praying for parents, Shri Bhavani Shankar Tiwari and Srimati Savitri Tiwari. Dr. Rajiv Bandula Prabhu praying for parents, late Shri Kishanlal Bandula and late Srimati Sudesh Bandula. Vandana Mataji praying for her aunt and late Pramila Kumir and brother late Nikunj Dal.
Gunavati Mataji, we can also announce prayers for Rathu Adhikari Prabhu. He's also not doing well, he's in the hospital and not so good condition. We'll all pray for him also. Hare Krishna.
Sure, Prabhu. Can we finish the Prasad sponsors and then we can do the prayers, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead.
thank you. So again, with Dr. Ashok Kapoor and Sarita Mataji, Sapna Khanna, Seema Khanna, Bhavna and Deepak Jetwani, Mr. and Mrs. Vaswani, Harish Kanjani, Sandeep Dupur Prabhu for his late father, Shri Purushottam Dal Dupur, Upar, Prakash Devnani and Vanisha Devnani Mataji praying for departed souls, Srimati Lakshmi Devnani, Srimati Lata Melwani, and Shri Gobind Ram Gangwani. Pradeep and Jaya Gangwani praying for father late Shri Keval Ram Gangwani and uncle late Shri Chetan Das Mangnani, Pratima Kulkarni Mataji. These are the prasadam sponsors. Today's prasadam, as usual for all the devotees in the ashram, more than 325 packs of prasadam are being sent to our labor camps. Thanks to My Govinda's restaurant. Thanks to Mahesh Gaur Prabhu and his family for arranging this prasadam. Thank you so much. If anybody would like to sponsor for the event, we have one more day. You can contact Sevanand Prabhu or Rajleela Nath Prabhu on these numbers. These are the regular programs which happen in our Damodar Desh Yatra. Every week we have the programs in Sanmart School. And then Mondays and Wednesdays, we have the ladies program, which is Bhagavatam Rasmalayam, and the Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana cultural program, which happens on every Friday in Bardubai, and the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, which happens every day in the morning. If anybody wishes to join these sessions, the QR codes are there. You can just click and scan the QR code and join these WhatsApp groups to join these sessions.
Hare Krishna. Father Pranam. Can you please give the links to the WhatsApp group in the chat room, because we cannot scan the QR code from the phone.
Mataji, can you put the detail on the chat? Then one of our team member will get back to you on that. Thank you. I would like to call Rajleela Nath Prabhu for the vote of thanks.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji, we'll have first the Narsimha Arti by Damodar Krishna Prabhu and family. After that, we'll do the vote of thanks.
Sure, Prabhu.
Damodar Krishna Prabhu, you can come in.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. You're audible.
Yes, Prabhu.
नरसिंह आरती है, आप सब भी रिपीट करेंगे बाद में. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. Namaste, Narasimha. Narasimha, Bharato Narasimha, Bharato Yato yato yami tato Narasimha. Yato yato yami tato Narasimha. Bhare Narasimha, Hare Narasimha. Hare Narasimha, Hare Narasimha. Hare Narasimha, Hare बोलो भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक नृसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री लखनलाल महाराज की।
Thank you so much, Damodar Krishna Prabhu, for that lovely Narsamarti. I would like to call Raj Prabhu to do the closing note.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, all devotees. Wish you all Eid Mubarak. And we'll be entering the 7th day of our Bhagavatam tomorrow. And would request everybody to come in big numbers. Tomorrow we'll have a Purnahuti. We'll thank all the people, all the IT, audio, video, translators, our wonderful hosts, the Kirtanyas, DHRUVA Stuti reciters, and nice quiz by His Grace Jagjeev Jagannath Prabhu. So a lot of devotees, Prasadam distribution, camp devotees. So there is lot of people who are involved even online. So then look forward to see you all tomorrow. Shubhratri, Hare Krishna. Our prayers for each and everyone in the circumstances. May Narasimhadev bless everyone, protect everyone, and give devotion to Lord Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Gunvati Mataji, for nice
you,
hosting
Prabhu.
today.
Thank
We'll do
you
the
so
opening, closing prayers.
There are a couple of prayers. We would like to request everyone to pray for His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, for his well-being. Also prayers for Kratu Prabhu, who is also initiating Guru, to pray for him. He's little in a critical condition. So we request all the devotees to pray for him. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Prabhu, shall we have the closing prayers? Yeah. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva Eko Mantra Tasya Namani Yani Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Saka Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmani Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Katyayini Mahamaye Mahayoginyadishwari Nanda Gopa Sutam Devi Patim Me Kurute Namaha Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Dasoham Krishna Tavasmi Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama दासोऽहं कृष्ण तवास्मि Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Dasoham Krishna Tavasmi. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone. See you all tomorrow, the last day. We'll close our session today with our Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tagore Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.